What's up, fight fans? This is Kurt DeVille with Counterpunch Boxing News, and I have some new news concerning Dillian, the body snatcher, Whyte. You know, Dillian Whyte is gearing up for his fight with Povetkin, his rematch, in where he was upset and knocked out cold by the Russian fighter, the former WBA champion. Now, if all goes well, he may be getting in the ring once again with his rival, Deontay the Bronze Bomber Wilder, if Wilder can get past Charles Martin, right? I'll walk this earth like a god. Now, and the reason for all this, Dillian Whyte has resurfaced once again as fuel, as a weapon, that Deontay Wilder was knocked out in sparring, okay? Now, let me give you guys a little history lesson for those who don't know. Wladimir Klitschko, he trained a lot of fighters, a lot of young heavyweights back in the day towards the end of his career. You know, he gave them, it's at Stanglewart or Stunglewart, I believe it's called. And that's where he used to bring these guys, these future champions, like Wilder, Whyte, Joshua. He brought a few guys there, and he had grueling camps. I mean, this was kind of like, if you guys heard of the doghouse in the Mayweather gym, where they just fight until one of them gives up, or they, you know what I'm saying, like some crazy shit like that. This was similar to that, okay? Because Wladimir and his brother Vitaly, they both had turns fighting and challenging these young fighters. Green as they were, young as they were, hungry as they were, inexperienced as they were also. You know, he put them through the ringer, okay? And he used to dish out punishment on a regular basis. And as Dillian Whyte stated, I've seen Wilder get knocked out. Wladimir knocked him out. He knew what happened. He had his hands up. He was roughing Vlad up, bringing the smoke, and he was going wild. It wasn't a knockdown. He was knocked out cold, properly twitching as well, okay? Now, he said that's why they probably didn't want him to fight Vlad, because Vlad was going to fight him as a pro, and Wilder never fancied it the whole time. More recently, Whyte has taunted Wilder as he hopes to secure a fight with the heavyweight star. He said, "I would love to smash Deontay Wilder's face in." Now, I wasn't there, but the way he explained Deontay Wilder, that his hands were up, what does Deontay Wilder do mostly when he's getting attacked? He puts his hands up. It's not anywhere where he's elusive or he's defensive, no head movement, none of that. He puts his hands up in defense. And I think that's basically the first and last thing he goes to. That's his go-to thing. And obviously, we've seen that in his last fight with Tyson Fury. His hands were up. He was taking punishment. The same thing in the Luis Ortiz fight. You know, the same things that happen to him in all these fights when he's getting attacked is he just puts his hands up. That sounds like Wilder. Now, it's rumored. Other people say they were there, though. So it's kind of hard to say, oh, well, that's a lie. You know, Wilder wouldn't admit it himself, but there's a reason why his manager was one of those guys that did not want that type of fight to take place, because Finkel managed both guys, and as he managed both guys, he didn't want to see Deontay Wilder embarrassed like he was in sparring, because if Deontay Wilder would get knocked out by Wladimir Klitschko at one point, he could do it again. Now, couldn't he? Now, imagine that. That's why Wladimir, you think about it, Wladimir had made statements that, hey, he needs to fight stiff for competition by getting in there with me. Now, why do you think Wladimir Klitschko would have said something like that? You see what I'm saying? He had a lot of confidence to know that this guy has nothing on me. This guy has no challenge. In fact, he needs to show and needs to challenge himself before even thinking about fighting someone like myself, someone with all the belts. You see what I mean? And my brother had the belt that he had. So it's one of those things I feel that Wladimir Klitschko said that. Shirley Finkel denied that. And Dillian Whyte witnessed that. Counterpunch. So I think that is what happened with this particular situation. Now, can we prove it's true? No. However, there's a lot of evidence that reverts to Deontay Wilder getting knocked out. And as much as he likes to deny it, and as much as Dillian Whyte likes to say it, someone's right and someone's wrong. Now, you guys tell me what you think of Wladimir Klitschko, or what Dillian Whyte said Wladimir Klitschko did to Deontay Wilder in this grueling punishment in this punishing training camp they used to have. Of course, please subscribe. And you guys been Counterpunch. Peace.